Hi guys, I'm live. Uh, I'm going to talk about something that precise thing nature of which I haven't really talked about as much before. It's hate again, but it's in my own community. So I haven't talked about that, and I just want to address that and say how I feel about that and what my reaction is and what so I'm just going to tell you that that's what I do. I'm transparent with you guys. So yeah, a lot of people around my towns yelling obscenities at me lately over whatever, and people like not liking me and whatever, and first of all, they're the ones hating, not me, which says a lot about them. It may say something about me too. I'm not a psychologist, but it at least says something about them, because the person has to have hate in them in the first place to hate anything, or myself included. So for that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that their life is such that they have hate in them in the first place. And if they have to spew it at me, well, yeah, that sucks a little bit. But first of all, if that helps them, then maybe I'm served a good purpose. So that's cool. Helicopter above, so let me just let it go for a second. And I thought about it. And actually, I'm not a dualist like the Christians. I'm a holist like the Buddhists. I believe in yin yang theory. There's yin and there's always positive in something negative, and there's always something negative in something positive. And so I gain things from being hated, is what I'm trying to say. Hate isn't a fun thing to be hated, but I gain a few things. First of all, so I'm okay. First of all. When I'm hated, I feel like I have nothing to lose. I feel like I have nowhere to fall. It's like when I'm sleeping on the floor, which I've always loved to do. I've always loved to sleep on the floor because I have nowhere to fall. There's no potential energy. I have nowhere to fall. So the first thing that happens when I'm hated is I feel like I've got nothing to lose, which actually makes me feel better in some ways. I don't know why, it just does. It takes away some of the pressure to act happy and act pleased, when I know that I'm not. I have no reason to do that, so I can just be myself and have nothing to lose, and at least we can drop all pretense. So there's that, and that's actually a good thing. And second good thing that seems to happen for me, at least, is it strengthens my resolve to believe it or not, it strengthens my resolve to keep doing whatever thing that got me hated. Let me say that again. Hate actually strengthens my resolve to do the thing that got me hated in the first place. It makes me think, well, fuck you. I'm going to do that even more. So it strengthens my resolve. The haters can say things to me or at me, but first of all, they're not hurting me physically because they haven't outsmarted me or caught me. There's those two things. Or they haven't beaten me up. So there's that third thing. Secondly, they make me say to myself, well then screw you. I'm going to do even more of what makes you hate me. It's reverse psychology at play. It makes me, if they really wanted me to stop doing me, they would actually be more friendly about it and just ask me to out of the goodness of my heart. But just by yelling obscenities at me, they actually make me think, well, I'm even going to double down myself, and I'm going to be all the more hateful. So that actually is a good thing in my book, because first of all, you guys haven't physically hurt me. You've given me nowhere to fall and nothing to lose, or at least less to lose and less to fall. And you've made me even double down and say, well, say what you will, I'm still walking the streets and I'm still a shirtless guy. In fact, even more so. And an important point with that, to go with that, is that it's good to be remembered that I was walking the streets shirtless long before I was known for it, long before I was shirtless guy, long before I had a YouTube channel, long before I had anything else. It's just part of my nature. So even if all that goes away and everybody hates me and the whole world abandons me and I lose everything, I'm still going to walk the streets shirtless. So, yeah. lot of hate along the way only makes me more so. If the haters really wanted to change my whatever you call it, my behavior or my image, they wouldn't go about it that way. Either that or they're mistaken and think they're going to change me, and they're actually doing the reverse, unawares, or they're or whatever. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to totally analyze it, but it's my 6'3" Navy SEAL dad, couldn't. I don't want to go on about it, but he made me tough like that. My sister didn't understand it, but I would actually do things to make him hit me harder, because I figured if he thinks I'm bad, if he's hitting me for being bad, I'll even be worse. I'll give him more reason to screw him. And she didn't understand that, but it helped me survive it emotionally and mentally, more mentally than emotionally, really. And physical, I was just about healing, but mentally, it made me stronger, And I've already been through persecution. I've already been through things that are horrible. So, and I've been through that. So there's no reason to think that the hate is going to be that much more overwhelming than what I've already been through. There's no reason to think that I'm going to change my MO and just suddenly do whatever, back down and do whatever it does to make the hate go away, when that's really not my MO. I kind of do the reverse. I kind of say, well, screw you. I'm just going to be worse then. So you got it, guys. If you guys want to hate me, well, you haven't hurt me. And as far as everything else, I'm good. Just keep throwing your hate at me. I'm good. I'm just still shirtless guy. I'm still walking around. Love you guys. Peace. Love.